Hello friends, good afternoon. This is CA Tapan Doshi, and guys, today we touched 20,000 level of Nifty again. So congratulations to everyone. And yes, again there is a good rally coming in the market. Now today let us take some questions, and I know a lot of questions are pending and which you are putting in the comment box. So today I'm going to take a question from Mr. Bharat Kanmihili and Mr. B. Lakshmi Narayan Nayak 832. They're asking about Kotak Mahindra Bank and IDFC First Bank. So today let us do a comparison about both Kotak Mahindra Bank versus IDFC First Bank. I know many of you have already invested in this stock and you must be wanted to know what is the future prospects from here. So let us talk about that. Again guys, before I going, if you're still not subscribed to our channel, and please subscribe, click the below link and do like this video. Morning, evening, we are releasing all these videos, to help you to invest better in this market. So let us start with this. So talking about, first we'll talk about uh, Kotak Mahindra Bank. We'll do a comparison. So let me share the complete screen. Yes, so there it is. So talking about Kotak Mahindra Bank, guys, if you see the last 5 years data, the 5 years data is showing that yes, still there is no actually big rise in the stock price. And one of the reason why there is not stock rise, that there was an overhang that yes, the new CEO is not there. They would need to be appointed. Of course now it has been appointed, but overall if you can see, it is there in a range bound only. Okay, and that was the problem with Kotak Mahindra that over time, even though the bank is very good, but you can see here, just a minute, just to show you, you can 1 minute guys. You can see here it is almost from December 2021, here from here to almost currently now it is almost November 23. No, it is there in the range bound. And there is a specific reason, of course, that growth has slowed down. And also if you talk about the P ratio and everything, you see one of the biggest factor here, it is coming that here the EPS is going up slowly and gradually, not in a faster pace, but it is going up. But however, the P ratio is going down here in last 2 years. What it shows? It shows that market is not giving more premium to Kotak Mahindra Bank. They feel that over the years, Kotak Mahindra Bank will slow down. Of course, Kotak Mahindra Bank is conservative overall in nature. And of course, the CEO overhang was that Mr. Uday Kotak will go, and then who will come? So Mr. Ashok is already appointed, but yes, this is what is a sign which you have to consider. Fundamentally, this plays a big role. Now, when we talk about similarly, when we talk about IDFC First Bank, okay, so IDFC First Bank, let us take some first 5 year chart. So if you can see a 5 year chart overall from last 1 year, yes, it is in a very good, gone up quite well. You can see from almost 30 to it has gone to almost, you can say, 95 odd. Now it has gone down little bit, but very good jump in IDFC First Bank. Yes, the growth prospect is here, and that is one of the reason why there is a jump. Again, sorry guys, again let us talk about P ratio. So talking about P ratio, you can see that, no guys, EPS is going up, okay, slowly and gradually. Yes, P ratio is around that only. It's not going up. Of course, the you can say the history is lesser, so that's why it is not showing in a proper graph. But it is not like Kotak Mahindra Bank. No? The way Kotak Mahindra Bank was falling, that was a worrying sign, that the way P ratio, because that shows that yes, more premium is not given to Kotak Mahindra Bank. So when we see peers comparison, you can see here when we compare Kotak Mahindra Bank with IDFC First Bank, price to book value plays a big role. This is one of the most important ratio you have to keep in mind, which is almost 3.1 for Kotak Mahindra Bank and 2.18. Overall, yes, Kotak Mahindra Bank is little bit expensive. Again, you have to see ROA of 2.56 of Kotak Mahindra Bank, which is very good. Anything about 2.2, 2.5, no, is very good for any bank to have an ROA. And for IDFC Bank, yes, it is 1.16, comparatively less. But yes, this is what you have to keep in mind. ROA and price to book value plays a big role. Another is the gross NPA, net NPA, that we are going to talk about after some time. We'll show you the complete ratios and everything. ROE, you can see here, IDFC First Bank is 10.59 and Kotak Mahindra again is 14. Okay, P ratio is almost same. So these are the metrics you can see here For that, if you see the ratios, yes, Kotak Mahindra Bank is having a much healthy ratios. But another thing which you have to see is what lies in the future. Okay, and that is an important thing to see, and that we are going to discuss now. Before that, now let us check here one bank report. So how is the basically overall growth across? So we are talking about currently as a value of loan growth. So if you talk about value of loan growth, yes, across the banks it has gone up, including Kotak Mahindra Bank. You can see here, Kotak Mahindra Bank also it is slowly and gradually gone up. Correct. Now let us talk about how is the basically loans given across the banks. So if you consider here, and we are comparing here Kotak Mahindra Bank with IDFC First Bank. Correct. So Kotak Mahindra Bank, you can see here that the change here it is an IDFC First Bank. So Kotak Mahindra Bank, there is a year-on-year, there is a 18.5% change. However, IDFC, a good jump of 26%. Quarter to quarter, 6%. IDFC, 6.8%. Again, when you talk about market share among the listed, of course, Kotak Mahindra Bank being a bigger bank, it is having a 6%. However, IDFC Bank is almost 3.1%. Okay, so this is what is the loan department, or how basically how the loans is given by the bank, how is the growth. That is what you can see here. Now let us talk about this is a report from Trendline, again deposit. So if you talk about deposit, guys, so let us see the growth in the deposit. When you talk about Kotak Mahindra Bank year on year, there is a good jump of almost 23.3%, and quarter on quarter 3.8%. But yes, IDFC is having a much better jump, that is 44.5%, and change is on quarter it is 10.9. And because of all this jump only, you can see such a big rally is coming in the IDFC Bank. Okay, even if you talk about market share, yes, market share, of course, Kotak Mahindra Bank is almost 5.8%, and IDFC is having only lesser 2%. But overall, yes, it shows that basically IDFC in last few quarters having a much better jump at a loan level and auto at a deposit level. I'm comparing only two companies here, guys. Okay, now let us talk about current account saving account. That is CASA, one of the most important ratio. Now, when we talk about CASA ratio, guys, now Kotak Mahindra Bank, you can see here, is having almost share among listed bank is 10.2%. Okay, and you can see the change on the yearly basis, year on year is 6%, and quarter on quarter 2.3%. However, IDFC Bank is having a share 2.9, but you can see here the growth 25.5% year on year growth, and change on quarter to quarter it is 10.7%, which shows the very good growth coming here at a CASA level. And yes, they are giving an higher interest across deposit. That is what also attracting a lot many investor mean that the customer to provide their deposit in IDFC Bank. Again, that CEO is very dynamic, one of the best CEO in banking industry, and because of him only, the stock is going up. It is he's similar to, like, one of our, that Mr. Uday Kotak of Kotak, which he retired now, even for HDFC Bank, So now he's one of the best CEO available currently in the banking industry, and everyone is betting on him, and that's why you can see the big jump in coming in the IDFC First Bank. If you talk about the share against listed company, among the listed banks, yes, Kotak Mahindra Bank is having a higher ratio of 7.3%, IDFC 2.5. You can see HDFC Bank is almost 30, ICICI Bank 20, and Axis 15. So that shows the what type of bigger ratio these top three banks, that is HDFC, ICICI Bank, and Axis Bank, is having. But when you talk about ratios, no, if you see the default portion and all that, I think Kotak Bank has done very well over the time. Now let us understand some analysis by comparing the charts and seeing the how is the growth and everything. So basically, this is one of the chart which I wanted to show you. Deposit. You can see here, of course, we have taken a help of Motilal Oswal report. Now you can see here the slowly, this is for Kotak Mahindra Bank, it is going up slowly and gradually year on year growth. Deposit also, it is slowly and gradually it is inching up. CASA ratio, as I told you earlier also, for Kotak Mahindra Bank is gone down from almost, you can see quarter one it was 60.2, which has gone down to 48.3. So that is a good jump, good downfall here. Now let us talk about similarly gross NPA and net NPA. Margin, yes, margin before that we'll talk about margin. If you see it was 5.8 earlier, which has gone down to almost 5.2%, little bit on a downside. However, gross NPA, net NPA, very good, you can say that ratios, very good control of NPAs in Kotak Mahindra Bank. You can see here, earlier it used to be 3.6, which has gone down to almost 1.7, the gross NPA and net NPA 0.4, which is a very, very good ratio. Now, if you see here, just remember 0.4 is there for the Kotak Mahindra Bank, the net NPA. Now remember, because we have to compare with the IDFC First Bank. Again, 1 year price to book value ratio. Now, price to book, no, it is going to go down. That is a good sign. That means it is going to get moderate. But yes, if it is at a 2.4, then it is become cheaper. Okay, but that is what it is saying, that yes, 2.4 slowly and gradually वो नीचे गया है. Earlier it used to get lot of premium when we are talking in 2020, 2021, because at that time Kotak Mahindra Bank was having a very good growth. Now somehow it is having a substitute good. That's why the basically you can see price to book value is going down. Even when you talk about 1 year forward P ratio, when you talk about if you see here, earlier the P ratio gone up to 40, 36 point, and now you can see slowly and gradually that P ratio is also coming down. What it shows? It shows, as I told you earlier also, no, that people are giving less weightage to Kotak Mahindra Bank, thinking that this bank will slow down in future. Correct? So please keep this point in mind. Then what we'll do now, we will compare this with the IDFC First Bank. Now here, if you see, yes, net interest margin is almost constant, but now let us talk about CASA. Now this is where the big, you can see here, the CASA ratio is almost 46.5, which has initially gone to 51. But yes, if you see in Kotak Mahindra Bank, there was a big drop in CASA ratio. In IDFC First Bank, this type of fall is not coming. Correct. Again, retail deposit has gone up actually. No, it has gone up to 74. So that is a good sign. Then when we talk about cost to income ratio is almost 71%, that is okay. It has actually gone down, that is a good sign. Customer deposit, this is a big jump, guys. You can see here such a big jump coming at a customer deposit. More and more in customer are going to IDFC First Bank and actually putting their deposit because of the higher interest rate. So they are attracting a lot of good deposit there. Again, when we talk about gross NPA, net NPA, now if you remember, I told you to remember that it was there point 4 for the Kotak Mahindra Bank. However, when you talk about gross NPA and net NPA of IDFC First Bank, yes, at one level 21, it was almost 4.2, 1.9 gross NPA, net NPA, which has gone down to currently it is there around 2.2 gross NPA and 0.7 only for net NPA. However, if you talk about Kotak Mahindra Bank, it is, I think it is 1.7 and 0.4. That shows there is a difference between the two. And in a way, Kotak Mahindra Bank is just able to control their bad loans much more better way. And Uday Kotak, over the years also, no, it's quite conservative. The way he's handling the bank and everything, he was always conservative. So he always ensured that no, whenever they are providing loan, much more safety is there. So this is what you have to see. ROA is around 1.3 and all that. We'll talk about this in detail. Now, talking about ROA only, let us compare that. So if you talk about ROA, okay, so what we'll do, yes. So first we'll talk about gross NPA and net NPA, and also we'll combinely together we'll match it कि कैसा रहा है over the years. So here also let me bring gross NPA, net NPA. Guys, as I told you, we are taking a help of Motilal Oswal report just to understand much more at a detail level. And if you can see here, the gross NPA, okay, the gross NPA actually is around percentage wise. If you see here, earlier it was around 4.3 for IDFC First Bank, which has gone to 2.1 to 0.6 net NPA. Sorry, here 2.5 to 0.9, and in future there is a projection that it will go down to 2.1 to 0.6, which is a good ratio. Okay, now when we compare this, with the Kotak Mahindra Bank. So Kotak Mahindra Bank, you can see here, it was there earlier around 3.25 around financial 20, which will go down to almost 1.56 to 0.34, and actually it may go down to 1.44 to 0.13. So much lesser than IDFC Bank, IDFC First Bank. So that is a positive sign for gross NPA. But the main thing is you have to see how is the growth also, correct? क्या होने वाला है, देखो, this is what till now whatever we have discussed, we are discussing about the what was the past performance and everything, how the company has performed. Now let us talk about the growth. So when we talk about the growth, and there are 3 4 important points you have to keep in mind. One is that what is the ROA. So already gross NPA, net NPA we discussed in length. Another thing you have to understand in bank is what is the ROA. So ROA bhi kaam karta hai. So ROA first we'll talk, it is 2.4, 2.5, 2.4, which is very good for any bank. About 2 is very good. Okay, ROE is also around 15 for Kotak Mahindra Bank. So that's a very good sign. However, let us understand how is the growth in EPS. Now, if you see the growth in EPS, no, it is coming. Of course, this is for the next year 23. Then another year it is 12.1 and 17.3. Okay, so ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि this is we are talking about financial 24 estimates and 25 estimates, all that. Okay, so यहाँ आप देख सकते हो the growth in future is comparatively what is projected is much more slower, 12 and 17.3%. That is what I am talking here. And P ratio also will go down. Now let us see what is the growth in IDFC First Bank. So talking about IDFC First Bank, you can see here, let us compare the ROA. So talking about ROA, guys, you can see here, ROA is almost 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, which is quite lower than Kotak Mahindra Bank, almost half. But slowly and gradually they are going to increase. ROE is also little lower, but this is the growing bank. This is what you have to keep in mind, and that's why you can see the EPS growth here. EPS growth is will be around 31 to 30, around 31%. Correct. Book value growth will also be there. So what I'm trying to say is the price to book value also it is going to down. That initially it looks like that is what looking at that it seems that no, IDFC First Bank will have a much better growth in next few quarters and few years also compared to Kotak Mahindra Bank. And why? The reason is, of course, Kotak Mahindra Bank is quite large enough bank. IDFC First Bank is having a very aggressive policy at a deposit level, at a CASA level, and they are actually able to attract a lot many customer to their banks. So yes, that is a positive. And if you ask me, then P ratio is almost same. V ratio anyways is not a criteria, but just to tell you, both are having a 20. But if I want to invest now at this level, no, I think IDFC may provide you a much better opportunity compared to Kotak Mahindra Bank, because anyways Kotak Mahindra Bank management is conservative. That is good, always good that you should have a conservative management, but no, it should not be at the cost of growth. And the way the price is there, the way the P ratio is already gone down, that means investors are not very much keen about investing in Kotak Mahindra Bank. So looking at this scenario, what you can think about it, like once it comes down, I think you can, if you are investing in Kotak Mahindra, you can switch to IDFC First Bank also, and IDFC Bank whenever it comes down, I think you can add also. So this is what my suggestion is. Sorry, this video was longer enough for these 2 queries only. We'll take, I know lot many of you already put a lot many queries in the comment box. I'm rest assured I am going to cover in the next videos. Maybe tomorrow only we'll cover. So put it in the comment box. Any queries you have related to any stock, just let me know and we'll cover in length. So hope you like this video. If you like this video, just type uh, yeah, in the chat box about Kotak Mahindra Bank and IDFC what you learned. Again, do subscribe our channel and do like this video, and please share it to as many as people possible, because once you share, I think our job, our main goal to spread financial literacy will be served. So thank you very much, guys. Stay tuned. And again, yes, guys, if you want to learn more about this, how we are understanding the fundamentals, all that, the link is given below of our masterclass, where I am conducting live masterclass how to do a stock analysis in detail. It is almost costing 1500 rupees. We are giving completely free. Just click the below link and do attend that session. It will be a very, very insightful session, because I'm going to give you 21 golden rules. So thank you very much, guys. So see you soon. See you soon tomorrow video, and bye bye.